Hey guys, how are you guys? I'm gonna give you this. Give me this. Hey guys. Hey, you want to take our feeder? Okay. Good evening, everybody. How's everyone doing? I am doing amazing. Uh, Hold on one second. Sorry, you guys. Just a little bit of a distraction right there last minute with the families. My wife just got home. I'm coming off of a high from the event. I know Michael and Raisley was there. Anybody else on here go to the event? Am I missing anybody? Nobody else went to the event in LA or Anaheim. Okay, we had a corporate event. Amazing. If you guys didn't join, I'm gonna let Michael maybe talk and Raisley talk if she wants to about it. But I'm gonna switch up tonight a little bit because we have done so much onboarding calls. There's so many calls on YouTube. There's so much stuff on the website. There's so much stuff on the school system, and I really want you guys starting to use those resources. I had a few people this weekend that looked at the resources from corporate and from people that are in the field, and people are just blown away by it and talking about it being some of the best in the business. And I really want you guys to use those resources, but more importantly, I want you to make sure your team is using these resources. So what I want to do tonight is just, I wanted Michael and Raisley to kind of, if they're willing to do so, kind of talk about the event, where they see the company vision going, and then I just wanted to open it up for questions for you guys, what you guys have in the business. Because I know when I first started, there was a lot of questions. And then the other thing I want to talk to you guys about tonight is just getting into conversations. I talked to a guy from Portugal. I talked to a guy from Dubai. I talked to a guy from Spain. I talked to a guy from Mexico. And their questions were all the same. And I'm having a hard time getting in a conversation and talking to people. And so I want to share with you kind of my philosophy on how I get into a conversation with people and what I think works. And what I think works is meeting people where they are, not where I want them to be. And everybody in this, what's up, Jeffrey? Everybody in this business wants everyone to join this business right away. And that's just not a reality, you guys. That's not what's going to happen. And everyone wants people to join them in the first 3 months that they start the business. That's not a reality because you're not that great at talking about the business. You don't have that much belief. You don't have that much passion about this business. So it takes a little time to get that and then understand how to talk to people. So I want to do that tonight as well. But I want to open it up with if Raisley or Michael, which I got to spend some time with them at the event. That's the cool thing about events, that are off-site is you get to spend time with people and really get to know who they are and what they want to accomplish in their life and just connect as human beings. So Mike, if you want to share kind of just like what you got out of the event, why you love being there, and
Yeah,
what was your biggest takeaways?
that definitely, Mike. Jay, thank you. So my name is Mike. I've been in the business. I've been doing LifeWave for about 4 months now. Just a little bit of background of how I got into LifeWave. My wife had originally got in the patches for our son. Our younger son is on the spectrum. You guys do know that LifeWave, the X39 patches, they also help kids that have autism. And we really never used it on him. So they were there in the cabinet for like 2 months, and I'm very into fitness. So I said, let me just try it out because I was having some shoulder pain. I heard that it helps with like joint pain, muscle recovery, and I started using them consistently. And let me tell you, it has changed my life. The way I think about this product is like 100%. Like I know it works 100%, and that's how it started for me. I have so much more energy. I'm a trauma nurse, and I work 16-hour days, 12-hour days, and I don't even need energy drinks anymore. I don't even think about drinking energy drinks anymore. I drink my Cellular in the morning, which is a drink that the product also has, the company also has, and the LifeWave X39 patches, which I do not take them off. Like I put them on every single day. So I decided to go to the event, and it was the best decision of our lives. My wife thinks the same way. My wife is Raisley. I think she's in the car right now. Yeah, yeah, she is. And what I learned about LifeWave and the business is what I didn't have. I knew the product was amazing, 100%. is crazy what the patch does. But the vision that the company has, the vision that I got from the company, from the event was amazing. The people that you meet there, um, the how big the company is going to get. It's even going to get bigger. This is just the start of what's going on with this company. So it is the right time to jump on this company and to jump on this business because there's so many people out there that need these patches. And I believe that with conviction now, thanks to Jay, thanks to the way that he spoke and other amazing people that I heard in the event that I know that is going to change people's lives. So with that coming back, just day one, I speak to people differently. I saw myself speaking to people differently because I feel now like everyone needs to know about these patches, no matter what. Even if they tell me no, in my mind, I'm like, oh, they'll put them on. Or they're the ones that are crazy because they don't know how it's going to change their lives once they put it on. So with that conviction and that mindset that I have now, it just tell everybody. And you know, because the point of this company is to really help people with their health, with their fitness. There's so many people out there that have joint pain, that have muscle pain, that can't wake up in the morning because they don't sleep well, that are not healthy at all. And this is going to change people's lives, and that's the point of this company. That's what I loved about how everyone spoke in this company. It's not just about making money. The money will come. I noticed that the money will come, but the point of this company is that, and what I got out of the event is that this we're here to help everyone, to help change people's lives, and that's what I loved about it. Because I mean, that's my mission now, is to put a patch on everybody that I know and everyone that I see in the streets that I couldn't know. So that's what I got out of the event. You know,
You know, I met someone that's been in the business for 7 years and he's making $1.2 million a month
yeah,
in
yeah,
this business. And I asked him, I said, so what do you think your secret is? And he was like, my secret is I believe in this product. My second secret is I know it's going to change the world. And my third secret is I never let one single person ever get by me and say no to me.
that's right.
It just doesn't happen because I believe so much in this product. And he was like, my belief is earning me $1.2 million a month. He showed me his checks.
That's
He's making
insane.
$300,000 a week
Yeah.
on his checks every
So
single week on it. And so the other thing I would tell you, one of my biggest takeaways from this is, we have our team name called the Wellness Revolution. And the reason we created that team name was because I believe that our cause is bigger than just a patch. I believe our cause is bigger than, just sticking a patch on someone. I believe our cause is to help people live longer and healthier lives. And David um, talked about human beings being able to live to their 200 or 300 years old. That human beings in the past have lived to their 900 years old. But now our average median age is 80. And it's because of the food, it's because of our regimen, it's because of our life. And he talked about the 5 pillars, and I want you guys to really think about this. He talked about the 5 pillars of life that's the most important thing in life when it comes to aging. Sleep, the number one. The number one thing that you can do effectively is sleep. Second is stress. Now, stress is a big thing. A lot of things stress people. Health stress people, money stresses people, relationships stress people, marriage stress people, kids stress people. So managing stress. But he said the best way to manage stress is through love. And love releases things in your brain that actually helps you live a long time. Nutrition and fitness. And that's the regimen that you have to do, as well as making sure you're putting the right things in your body, along with, the devices that he has created. If you do those in conjunction, and that's what I truly believe, you guys, people want this information. On our website, we have a wellness regimen on there, exactly what you should do in the morning, the type of supplements you take. Michael is a fitness instructor. He's going to bring diets to our website. He's going to bring workouts to our website. We're going to put stuff on our website from Michael that's talking about the right things to do. So people don't have to look anywhere else and find things that they can actually find the things that's going to make their lives a lot better and a lot cleaner. And so that was my biggest takeaway from this, as well as we are in a company that is so innovative, that is so far above everybody else in what they're concentrating on. And my biggest takeaway is this. The pharmaceutical company's biggest goal is to make money. That's their biggest goal. And they are killing it. And they are killing people. David's biggest goal is to help people and help people live longer. The medical field is not there. And Michael, you can agree or disagree with me, but the medical field is not there to keep people healthy,
Yeah.
not to make people live longer. They're there to make money and as much money as they possibly can off of every single person that comes through that organization. And David really truly wants to help people. And that's what I love being a part of this company. And I know a lot of you are new on here, but I think it's really important for you guys to hear what you are a part of because this company is very different. The things that this man is developing right now for us, the money is there, you guys. But if you lead with heart and really wanting to take care of people, what you're going to find is people are going to want to follow that. And so, Raisy, I don't know, you don't have to share if you don't want to, or Alexandra, I would love to hear from you guys on, what you guys took away from the event. But if you'd like to share, I would love to have you share. But you don't have to. I know I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh, wait. Hi, Jay.
Hey,
Sorry, guys. I'm in the car. I just got out of work, but do you rather me share in Spanish? It really doesn't matter,
it
right?
doesn't matter. I have an interpreter, so
Okay.
if you want to share in Spanish, you can share in Spanish. Whatever. I
Okay.
mean, most people on here are probably Hispanic, so share in Spanish. And if you do speak English, there's a translation app on
Mhm.
the bottom where it says
Okay.
interpretation. Just click on that and click English, and then you'll understand everything that Ray's talking about.
Okay. Bueno, para mí, yo
Well,
estoy de
for
acuerdo
me,
con lo que dijo
I
mi
agree
esposo.
with what my husband said that
Yo ya sabía que esta era
I
una buena
already
oportunidad,
knew that
pero es
this was a
diferente
very
cuando
good
tú estás
opportunity, but
ahí
it's
y
different when
tú
you're there
ves
and you
realmente
see
la visión
really the
de lo
vision
que es esta compañía en
of what
realidad.
this company is.
Yo creo que a mí
And I
personalmente
think
me
that, I mean,
faltaba esa
personally,
visión
I was
de lo que era
missing
la
that
compañía,
vision of what the
para
company
darme como
actually
que esa
is
confianza de
to
salir allá
get that trust,
afuera
to
y
go
hablar
out
con la
there
gente
and talk to people.
y yo
And
no conocía de LifeWave.
I
Yo
didn't know
conocí
about
LifeWave
LifeWave.
a través
I knew
de los posts que
LifeWave
hacía
through
Jimena,
the
pero
post that
realmente yo no
Jimena did, but
conocía de la compañía.
really I
No
didn't
hay
know the
muchas personas
company,
que yo
and
conozca
there's not a lot of
aquí
people
en
that I
donde yo
know
vivo, en
here where I
Miami,
live
de
in
la
Miami
compañía.
from that are in the company.
Entonces,
And so
para mí
for
fue
me, it
como
was
que
like I
yo
needed
necesitaba esa
I
visión, yo
needed that
necesitaba ver
vision.
qué
I
tan grande
needed to
era
know how big
esta oportunidad.
this opportunity
Y
was.
pues
And well,
nada, es lo que necesitaba,
nothing
estoy
is
súper
what I needed.
contenta,
I'm
siento
super
igual que mi
happy.
esposo, que lo que
I
quiero es
feel
hablar
the
con las
same as my
personas, lo que
husband
quiero
that what I
es
want is to talk to
eh,
people, and what I want is
poner, poner toda esa
to
información que me
put
dieron en el
all of that
evento allá
information that I
afuera y
got in
hablarlo
the
con la
event
gente
out
y
there,
obviamente las
talking to
personas
people, and
me van a decir
obviously
que no.
people
Yo
are going to
estoy
say no to
preparada
me.
para los no,
I'm
pero yo no
already
estoy
prepared for
buscando los no,
no's,
yo
but
estoy
I'm not
buscando esas
looking for the
personas
no's. I'm
a las
looking
que
for
yo le
those
puedo
people
cambiar la vida, a
who
las
I
que
can
yo
change their lives.
y
And I
tengo que
have to
creer que hay
believe that. I
personas allá
have to believe
afuera
that there are
que
people
quieren
out
cambiar
there
su
that
vida
want to
igual que yo.
change their
Yo
life the same
trabajo
as
un
me.
9 a
I
5 en
work
el
9
médico
to
field
5
como
in the medical
terapista, mi
field
esposo
as
trabaja también
therapist.
en
My
el
husband
medical
works
field
as well in medical
12
field,
horas al día.
12
Es bien
hours a day.
difícil
It's
llegar a la
very
casa,
hard.
hacer tarea
Get
con los
home,
niños.
do homework with the kids,
Es bien difícil
and
coger
it's very
vacaciones.
hard,
Es
to
bien
get a
difícil
vacation. It's very
pasar
hard
tiempo juntos.
spend
Para
time
mí esa es
together.
como que
So
mi
for me,
motivación.
that's like
Ese es
my
mi porqué.
motivation.
Yo quiero
That's
más
my
tiempo para mí, para
why.
mi
I
familia.
want more time for
Y si otras
myself
personas
with
lo
my
están
family.
haciendo, ¿por qué
And if
yo
other
no?
people are doing it,
Entonces,
why am I not doing it?
ya
So
yo he intentado este tipo de
I've
negocios
already tried this
anteriormente
type
y
of
yo
businesses
pienso que
before,
eso no ha
and
sido
I
en
think
vano, que eso
that
me ha dado
that's
mucha
not
experiencia
been
que yo
in
puedo
vain.
aplicar
I've
aquí en esta
gotten a lot of
oportunidad. So
experience that
estoy
I can
super
apply in
excited,
this
Jay.
opportunity,
Thank
so
you.
I'm super excited.
I'm super
th
excited.
th thank you, Rayleigh, so much for sharing. You know, and I forgot to tell you guys, I'm wearing these glasses. You're probably like, why are you wearing those glasses? My life centers around getting good sleep, and these are all about getting good sleep. I put these on every night at 6 p.m. just to start getting my body into a circadian rhythm and to start calming down. Plus, I have a big light on me right now, as well, and then that light's just, if I have this light on me, I don't get good sleep. But this is the awareness I want to bring to everybody on all these things that are really critical, all the small things that are really important. And that's what you get being a part of this group as well, is you're going to learn from different people. And, coming back from that event, one of the things that I thought about in my social media and what I'm going to post on is, you guys, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have 8 different businesses right now. Right now, currently operating 8 different businesses. If I'm doing this business, if I'm spending my time on this business, from the outside looking in, you got to say, man, if Jay is spending time working this business, going to events, there must be something and there must be a reason why he's doing it. And the reason why is because the opportunity, quite honestly, is bigger than anything else that I'm doing right now. Not money. Money is a huge opportunity, but impact is the biggest thing. I have a financial services business that is huge, and I impact people's lives through their finances. Finances is cool to help people with, but let me tell you what's even cooler to help people with, and that's their health. Because you don't care about your health until you don't have it. And when you don't have it, you'll pay millions and millions and millions of dollars to get it back. And that's what this is. A lot of people I feel like are approaching this business the wrong way. They're going after the sick, they're treating the sick. We can help the sick, but who we need to be talking to are the people that aren't sick, the people that don't want to age, which is every single person. So David said that, you know, people really, when they really, really start to age is at 25. That's when they start to age. And that's when people should start really thinking about what they're putting in their body, this device that they're using. Like he thinks that people could be 200 years old and look like me. Stop the aging. Like in his tracks. You won't age. Your skin's not going to get old. Your hair's not going to fall out. All the things that happen when you age, you're not going to get disease. All these things. Because he pulled up an old lady on the stage. She was 110. And he's like, that's not what I want you to look like. I want you to look like you do right now. I want to stop. I want to reverse the aging process. So that's what we are a part of, you guys. And again, I know this is onboarding and you came on here, but I think this is more important than onboarding. Like I said, I have all the content on the platform that you guys can go look at and have the discipline to go look at, how to get back in the back office. Matter of fact, I can't even show you anything in the back office because it's down today because they're putting all the new comp in. They're putting all the reports in. Tomorrow it'll be back up. But I had in my heart sitting the session. It's like, you know what, let's talk about something a little different. I want you guys to go ask questions. I want one more person to talk because Alexandra is doing really, really well in this business. She's not been in the business that long, but she also made the investment to come out to the event. So Alexandra, I don't know if you want to, you don't have to. I don't want to put you on the spot, but if you want to just talk about your takeaway or what you got from the event, and then I'm going to talk about people for like 10 minutes, and then I want you to think about questions. When I ask you guys to ask questions, I want you to understand this. There's no stupid question. You can speak it in Spanish. That's why I hire an interpreter every single week so I understand everything. Don't be shy to talk. If you're going to have success in this business, you can't be shy to talk. You got to ask questions because that's how you learn. That's how you improve. That's how you get better. Everything that I've done in my life is from asking questions. When I first met my wife, she said, "You ask too many questions." And I said, "That's how I've learned every single thing in my life." I find somebody brilliant, I find somebody smart, and I want to speed my time up of success. And the way you do that is to ask questions. So there's no stupid question, you guys, not one. So go ahead, Alexandra.
Hola, hola chicos. Espero todos
Hello,
estén súper bien.
everyone.
Gracias, Jay.
I'm super good. Thank you,
No,
Jay.
todo estuvo, o sea,
No,
una de las
everything
primeras cosas fue
was
ver,
one of the first things
todo
that
estuvo impecable.
everything
O
was
sea, todo fue
spotless. Everything was
perfect.
great. It was perfect. And
Las personas que estaban,
people
me
the
encantaron
people
las
that
dos
were there,
personas que
I
fueron
loved
invitadas
the
como
two people that were
inspiración.
invited
Las dos mujeres
for
creo
an
que nos ayudaron
inspiration, the
mucho.
two women. I think that they helped us a
Em,
lot.
Eso fue una de las dos
That
cosas. Los
was
dos
one of the two
conciertos,
things. The
wow.
two
O
concerts,
sea,
wow.
it was like
I
crazy.
mean, it was
Las
crazy.
dos personas que
And the two
invitaron.
people that you
I didn't
invited.
know about this guy Jacob and it's amazing. Y quiero
Dave Schmidt.
referirme a
And I want
mm,
to,
no David, Jacob Calder
Oh, Jacob, yeah, the musician. He was
en el
amazing. Yes.
concierto. So, esos dos conciertos estuvieron muy, muy lindos
so those
y
concerts
quiero
were
hacer referencia de
so,
algo que
so
acabaste de
beautiful.
decir
And I want to
y
go
es
back to
el
something
amor.
that you just said, and it's love.
Y para mí,
And
esa fue
for
una también de
me,
las
that
cosas
was
que me
also
sentí
one of the
mucho,
things where I felt
porque
the
es
energy
amor y
because
servicio.
it's love and
Simplemente
service.
puesto
Simply
en un vehículo a nivel global.
applied on a vehicle.
Simplemente se atrae. Y
Simply
cuando
you
todo empieza
attract it.
desde esa
And
energía
when
es donde,
everything comes
como
from that
Michael lo está
energy,
diciendo, va llegando el dinero.
as Michael was
Hay
saying,
veces
then the
nos
money comes.
impacientamos, hay
Sometimes we lose
veces, pero es
patience.
como tener la
Sometimes,
tranquilidad y la
we kind of
certeza,
get desperate,
esperar
but
con certeza
we need to wait
de
with
que en
certainty
verdad va a llegar lo que nos
that
corresponde.
we are really going to
Y yo me
receive
recuerdo uno de mis
what we
mentores que
deserve.
me
And
decía,
I remember one of my mentors, he
vas a
used to
llegar
tell
a
me,
tener 1 millón cuando ayudes a millones.
you are going to get to have $1
Y
million
eso fue en el
when you help a
2017
million people. And
2019.
that was back in
Y la vida lo
2018, 2019.
va
And
trayendo a uno, porque esta es
life
mi primera vez que
moves you
estoy
around because this is the
en
first
un tipo
time
de
that
empresa en
I'm
ese
in
nivel.
the
Pero me
multi-level
atrajo
kind of
el
company, but
producto porque me
the
encanta la
product
vida
lured me
natural.
in because I
Más
love
sin embargo,
natural
o sea,
life.
prevenir
However,
es mi amor.
prevent,
Yo soy,
it's
yo me
the
gradué en Nueva
way
York
I love
de
myself. I mean,
Administración
I
de Servicios de
graduated
Salud.
in New York in Health
Y
Services
cuando vine a
Administration,
trabajar
and
acá
when I
y
came to
estaba
work
en
here
Florida, me di
in
cuenta que eso no
Florida,
era lo que yo quería.
I
Yo no
noticed
quería
that's
curar,
not what I wanted.
yo
I didn't want it
quería
to heal
prevenir.
people. I wanted to prevent
Y
illnesses.
una,
And it's
es algo supremamente
something
diferente y la vida me puso
completely
con este
different. And
vehículo.
life
Nunca
gave me this
pensé, pero
vehicle. I never
simplemente tomo
thought,
todas las
but
herramientas y
I just take
empiezo
all
a
of the
aplicar
tools and I
lo que
start to
ustedes nos
use
enseñan
what you
sin
teach
pensar
us
en
without thinking
muchas
about
creencias que se tienen acerca de
many
eso. Entonces,
beliefs that you
para mí
have in
fue
regards
entrar
to that. So for
en
me, it was
en
just
una empresa donde
going in a
tiene
company in
este
which
producto
they
y que más
have this
allá veo el
product
amor y el
and I
servicio por
see
la
the love
humanidad y
and the
cuando vi el
service for
documental fue
mankind. And then
diferente el
when I
documental
watched the
porque
documentary, I
hubieron
cried
muchísimas
because
señales,
there were a
inclusive
lot
uno
of
de los mentores
signs.
es que
Actually, one
yo
of
he
the
seguido que
mentors
al
that I've
principio de este año
followed,
fui y
that at the
visité,
beginning of
lo
this
vi
year I
en los
visited,
eventos
I
en
saw him
persona.
in one of the
Greg
in-person events,
Brallen, es que
Greg
se llama,
Bralin.
no recuerdo, no sé cómo pronunciarlo.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Y él estaba en ese
And
documental. Y
he
es
was
acerca
in
de la
that
evolución,
documentary,
es
and it's
acerca
about
de cómo
evolution. It's
volvemos
about
a tener la
how
conciencia
we
humana
go
original.
back to
O
the
sea, es no
original
perder lo original,
awareness, is
es no
to avoid
perdernos
losing the
en la
original
sociedad y
awareness
cómo nosotros
and
lo
not to get
revertimos
lost in
y lo que
society, and how to
realmente somos
reverse everything
desde
and
los
what we
orígenes.
really
Para mí
are
fue algo
from
muy
our
fuerte cuando
origin. I
dijo
was in shock
que
when
desde los
he said
inicios
that since
las
our
personas vivían más de, yo
origins
estoy diciendo
we
un número,
used to
pero más de
live
500 años, no
I'm
sé,
just saying a
años.
number, no, it's 500, but he
Y
said 900.
ahorita yo quiero pasar esa voz y decirle a
And
la gente,
I
van a
want to
poder
take those
vivir más
words
de
and
100
tell
años
it to people. I want
estando
to pass on that
saludables.
on to people. You're going to live 100
Y son
years being
cosas que
healthy. And those are
no es que
things
nos
that
controle la
it's that.
inteligencia
And
artificial,
it's
sino
not that
nosotros mismos,
IA
la
it's
conciencia con
controlling
ese
us,
amor de
but
servicio
we need to have
y guiados con
a
la
conscience
naturaleza,
of love
podamos
and
nosotros
service and align ourselves with nature
revertir y
and be
también
able to
dirigir la
reverse and
inteligencia
also
artificial desde una
direct
conciencia más
the
elevada. Entonces,
artificial intelligence
el
from a
documental,
higher
David
conscious
Smith
level. So
compartiéndonos a
the
nosotros cómo
documentary
hacía
of
sus
David
rutinas
Smith of
diarias, eso es
his
wow.
daily routines, that
Que en
was
la nutrición, en los
incredible, about
ejercicios,
nutrition, workouts,
en su vida diaria. Y una de las cosas es cuando tú ves
studying
el amor
daily.
en las
And one
personas,
of the things is when you see
como
love in
él habla de una
people,
manera más lenta
how he
y tiene
talks
paz y
in
tiene
a
calma.
slower way. He
Entonces, ese
has
documental
peace.
que es
And
el nombre del
so
documental es El
that
Código de la
documentary, the
Creación,
name is Code of Creation.
es debido a esa
It's
conexión que el
due
primero
to that
tiene
connection
con
that he
Dios
has
para
to God
co-crear con Él.
first to
Y es
co-create with
todo lo
him.
que Él
And
ha hecho.
it's everything
Y
that
que
he's
nosotros
done.
seamos
And
testigos de
that
lo que
we
está
can be able
ahí,
to
de que
witness
podamos decir,
what's there
aquí
and we're
tengo
able to
algo
say,
que
I
es por
have
Él, pero
something that
lo voy,
it's
o sea, a
for
pasar a
him,
todo
but
el mundo
I'm going to pass it
para
on
que
to
volvamos a
everyone
revertir
so
y
we
podamos
can
vivir sanos en
reverse
la
again and
naturaleza
be healthy in
y lo que somos,
nature
en la energía que
and
somos. Para mí
what
fue,
we are, the energy
wow,
that we are.
esto
That
es
was
algo
a
grande
wow
y
for me. It's
me
something
encanta
huge,
acerca
and I
de esto.
love being
Y sí,
part of this.
salirnos con
And yeah, you
una
get out of there with
convicción
this
nueva,
conviction, with this new
salirnos como
conviction.
que vale la
You
pena
go out there
seguir hablando
knowing
de
that
él,
it's worth talking about
poniendo mis
this,
historias
adding my
en Instagram.
stories in
Dos
Instagram.
chicas de Ecuador me contactaron y Ecuador
And two girls
es
from
un país
Ecuador
muy
reached out
rica,
to
¿no? En
me, and
naturaleza.
Ecuador is a country that
Entonces,
it's so
la
rich
idea es eso,
in nature and everything. So that's the idea, take
para
it
que
up
todas las personas
globally so that everyone can
estén con,
be
con esta empresa y que
with
podamos ser
this
mucho
company
más.
and
Entonces, no,
we can be many, many
eso fue
more
como lo
in
que
it.
más
So that
me
was
impactó.
what impacted me the
Obviamente hoy
most.
también vine a hacer
Obviously,
eso con la
today I
naturaleza y a ponerme
also
nuevamente bien
came,
y que
to
sí, es
be
no, pero
okay
no
here and
que
but
Una de las
I
bendiciones aparte es
didn't
que no tuve,
get
como
uh,
dicen,
I
malestar
didn't
por el viaje o algo así.
Oh,
Estábamos
one
un
of the
poquitico
blessings of the
cansados,
patches. I mean,
pero
we're
la
a little bit
energía a
tired,
full,
but
la
I
mente a full.
have full
Y Jay,
energy.
eso tienes que
Mind
ver
is
el
top
parche.
full, and it
De
has
verdad
to
que
be the
me sentí
patch.
súper
I
bien.
really felt
Volví, hoy
super
me
good.
levanté con toda la
I came back
energía
today. I woke up
y
feeling
feliz
so
de poder
energetic and
servir a
happy
esto y también poderlo
of
hacer en
being
mi
able to
propio
serve
tiempo
this
y
and
que
being
la
able to
parte
do it on our own
espiritual y la
time,
parte
and with this
física
spiritual part and
y,
physical part of us
y la emocional sean una
and
prioridad para
emotional
nosotros.
part is like
Y lo
a
está haciendo
priority to
para mí, pues
us.
uno
And
consciente que
it's
no
being a
quiere el
priority
dinero
so
y
that
el
we can
tiempo.
build what we want in
Entonces, nada,
time
feliz
and
y feliz por
money. So
Jay y
no,
por todos
happy
los
for you,
líderes
Jay, and
latinos
for
que
all
se
of the Latin
arrasaron
leaders that
allá con sus premios
were awesome
y
over
qué
there with
bendición
their
ser parte
awards. And it's such a
de ser pioneros
blessing
aquí
to be
con
pioneers here, to
ustedes.
be
Entonces,
part
bueno,
of
a
here,
seguir
part of this here
trabajando,
with
muy
you. So
contenta,
let's just
mucho
keep
más
working, and
convencida de
super
esta
happy,
empresa,
so much more
de este tipo
convinced of this company, of
de
this
negocio
kind
para empoderar a
of
muchas personas.
product or model to get to too many people.
Well, I'm really proud to run with you guys. You know what was really cool, you guys? Our team, from me down, won all the awards in the entire company globally. All the global awards, like the best. And we are, what I found out when we're leaving, we are the fastest from me down. We are the fastest growing team in the company right now. That's crazy, you guys. And we haven't even started. Like we're just getting started, you guys. We are just getting started. And you guys, that's what you guys are a part of. And I want to be the fastest growing team in any company in the world. That's my goal because that means everyone's going to win and everyone you're in contact was going to win. And that movie, Alexandra, OMG. Holy moly. Like I did not have I did not have high expectations of it because I was like, okay, how are they going to do an entire movie based around this device and David Schmidt? And man, they did an amazing job telling the story of what this device does, how this device works, how water works, how God works in all this plan and evolution. They had three scientists on there that were very brilliant scientists. You guys, it's going to change everything for us. It's going to change everything for us, you guys. It is such a credibility move for people to watch this movie. And it was not boring. The entire time I was engaged watching this movie because it was so well done and such great information. When this movie comes out, you guys, it is going to be such a great tool for us to use. Um, we're having an event in Destin. We talked about this, you guys. Justin could share the link with you guys, but I would tell you it's not something you guys want to miss. I think it's like 680 bucks or something like that. That covers your hotel, your food, but I have a mansion, and I want all of you on here that's showing up week after week to be in that mansion with me so that we can connect, we could talk. I have these ear pods now, which is so beautiful. The last event, I didn't have them. There were people in my house who spoke Spanish, and I couldn't communicate with them. But all weekend long, sitting in the Spanish room, I could understand everything that everybody's saying. I when I built my house, I had, I live in Miami, so most everyone here speaks Spanish. And so like I did a lot of sign language trying to explain things, which doesn't really help the issue or the situation at all. No one understands what I'm doing with my hands or talking louder. And today I had a contractor in my house. I put my ear pods in. I was like, yep, I totally understand what you're saying. And I was talking and he was understanding what I was saying. So listen, if you guys come, it's going to be an amazing event. And that event that happened in LA was a grand event. And for me, it's hard because being a leader, I got to be on the floor. I got to be around executives. So it's really hard to connect with everyone very tightly. But in Destin, you'll have me for 3 straight days in my house, breakfast, lunch, dinner. We'll have conversations. So I hope that you guys can try to make that. It's in January. Would love to have you guys there. And anybody that registers, I'm gonna want to get you in my house. I mean, there is a hotel. You don't have to stay in the house. That includes the hotel or the house. But um, it just popped in my head about that. But what I want to talk to you guys about real quick is the conversations that I had so many times in LA And I just don't want to do it in a training format. Okay. I want to do it in a format, just having a conversation with you guys. Cause that's what I did this weekend when people were talking to me about like how do I get in conversations? How have I signed up so many of my entrepreneur friends in this business? I mean, listen, they all know what I do, you guys. They all know the business. They've been friends with me for 25 years. And so when I did this, they were like, okay, you're doing this? Like, I need to do this. Like, if you're doing this, if you're spending time on this, and I want you guys to be able to use me. When people are saying you're doing this, use me and say, listen, the reason I'm doing this is because the guy that I'm working with has 8 different businesses, and this is where he's spending his time because this is the new gold rush. This is the new thing that's going to change and transform human lives. And get him to a call with us. Okay. But how you get that, make that happen is you got to get into a conversation with people. It doesn't happen unless you're able to get into a conversation with people. And how you build rapport with people is by connecting with their identity and what they think or what they believe their identity is. And most people's identity, Michael said, I am a what, Michael?
Trauma nurse.
I'm a trauma nurse.
Mhm.
That's Michael's identity.
Mhm.
Raisley is, Gabriella is, Arlie is, even if you're a stay-at-home mom, that's your identity. That's what you identify with. We all have that as human beings. I'm a professional athlete. I'm a football player. I'm a baseball player. I'm a singer. I'm a dancer. I'm a whatever it is. I'm an actor. So, how you connect with people is through their identity. Nobody cares about people. Most people only care about themselves. They only want to be heard. They don't want to be heard. They want to hear themselves talk. So the way I connect with people simply is I just get into a conversation. If it's the shoes they have on, I'm like, oh, those are cool shoes. Oh, thanks. Where are you from? "Oh, I live in Miami. Cool. What do you do for a living? I'm a trauma nurse. Oh, wow. Cool. Trauma nurse. Man, that seems like an intense job. That's what I would say if someone told me they were a trauma nurse. I'm definitely not built for something like that. I can't handle vomit. So if someone comes in and they're extremely sick, I'm done. I'm out. Like I would have to quit. But I would say, like, I'm not good with blood. I'm not good with all that stuff. Like, how do you deal with that? Like, that sounds crazy. You never know what day to day is going to be. Every day is different. You see Michael smiling right now, right? Because he's like, he's right. Right. So now I'm connecting with Michael. He's like, you're right. Every day is different. Sometimes I work 12 hours. Sometimes I work 16. Sometimes I work 17. And so my next question to Michael, always, you guys write this down. My next question is always gonna be like, how long you been doing it? 10 years, 12 years, 7 years, 5 years, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he says 4 years. 4 years is a long time to be doing something. I'm gonna say, wow, you must really like it. What's the number one thing you like about it? He's gonna
Uh,
tell me. Now, what I will tell you guys when I ask this question, 90% of people don't like anything about their job. They do it out of necessity. The reason I ask these questions is information. Information is power, but information also allows me to create the presentation around them. Most people come in this business and they want to come at it one way, the same way for every single person. And it doesn't work. That's why the close rate's 10% because it works on 10% of the people, not 100. So when he tells me, oh, I don't really like it, I work weekends, I work too many hours. I don't have control of my life. I gotta be at the hospital 7 to 7 every day, sometimes 7 to 10, sometimes 7 to 11. I'm not gonna react and tell him I have an opportunity to fix that right in that conversation, right in that moment. It's not the time because if you do that, now you become a salesperson and they immediately think you're selling them. I'm gonna ask another question, and that question is, well, tell me one thing you would change about your job. They'll tell you 10. But I'm going to get one or two or three, and I'm going to gather that information. The next thing that's going to happen, you guys, all the time, is they're going to ask me what I do. And that's when I have my 30-second commercial ready. My 30-second commercial is this. Yours can be whatever it is. If you have a job, you could say, I have a job, but I also have another business. I'm in the stem cell business. What I tell people is I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have 8 different businesses, but my favorite business I have right now is a stem cell business. When you say you have a stem cell business to people, you can't say this online, you can't say this on social media, but when you talk on one-on-one, you can say whatever the heck you want. I have a stem cell business. And they always give me a look like, what is that? I'm like, what do you know what stem cells do? Do you know what happens to your stem cells as you age? And they're like, what do you mean? Well, yeah, between when you were born and 30 years old, 50% of your stem cells are dormant in your body. They're not working anymore. And between the age of 30 and 60, 95% of them are dormant. That's why people start to get disease. That's why people start to age. It's because they don't have stem cells keeping the inflammation out of your body, keeping disease out of your body. And so I'll just take this off the back of my neck and I'm like, have you ever seen this? And they'll say, no. I'm like, are you serious? Like all the people online, I mean, you've never seen this thing has changed my life more than anything has ever changed my life. I cannot believe you haven't heard of this and you're missing out on this. It's crazy. And they'll say, well, how do I get that? And that's when I say, it's so easy. You could buy it retail for 150 bucks a month, but nobody does that because you can buy it for $99 a month. All you have to do is set up an auto ship that you could cancel anytime. So I always tell people just get the sign up for the $99 a month. Or because this has changed so many lives in my life, I'm an affiliate with the company and I share it with every single person I come in contact with, and the company pays me for sharing. You notice I didn't say selling. I just share. And then I'm just like, listen, I'll send you some information. I'll send you a link. And then I always have a pack of 10 patches. And I patch them right there on the spot. I open the little envelope. This one here that you can get on the website. I open it. I take the patch out. I'm like, you mind if I put it where it needs to go? And then I say, listen, you need to wear this for 12 hours a day. Today it's 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. Take it off at 9 o'clock tonight. If it's 10 or 11 o'clock, I tell them to take it off at 9 o'clock. Just wear it 10 hours a day. But tomorrow, put it on at 7. And make sure you drink half your body weight in ounces. Don't drink more than that in water. Your body doesn't need that much water. I'm gonna follow up with you to see how you feel. And that's how you guys, but you guys got to do that multiple times a day. But that's how you get into a conversation. I didn't say anything medical. I didn't say anything scientific. I didn't sound like a doctor. But what I do have, Betsy, is I have conviction. I have belief. I know what this thing does for people. Does that mean everyone's going to do it? No. Does that mean everyone's going to be good at selling it? No. There's 1,000 different personalities out there. But what we do, you guys, is we focus on the people that don't do it. We focus on all the no's. We don't focus on the yeses. And the people that you're going to think, you're going to find a Michael just like I did. You're going to find an Alexandra just like I did. You're going to find these people. You're going to find a Monica like I did. But day by day, we get so discouraged. Oh, it doesn't work. People are saying no. But most of the time, they're saying no. I'm going to be honest with you, and this is going to be really, really hard for you guys to hear. Most people are saying no because you don't have enough conviction or belief. And you're afraid to sell. You're afraid to close. You're afraid to ask for it. You're afraid what people are going to think. You can't care. Like if you want to help people, you don't care. And they're going to sense that. Now, that person might take 3 months, 6 months. It might take a year. You know how many people I've had sign up after a year? One of my very good friends was like, you are never going to get me to do that. Ever, 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 ever. Guess who's doing it? And one of the most successful people on my team a year and 3 months later, Scott McCabe. There is no way in the hell that I would ever do anything like that. And he called me up and he's like, dude, man, my back is killing me. I was like, will you just try the patch? Will you just try it? Like, I'll pay for it for 30 days. Will you just try it? A week later, he calls me up. Bro, WTF? What is that thing, man? And I said, your fountain of youth. That's what it is. And now he is a big proponent, but it took a year and 3 months. What if I would have given up on him? What if I would have given up on the business? And that's what you got to think about, you guys. But the hardest part of this business, which is the easiest part, is just getting down what I just taught you. You're just asking a couple questions and you're leaving people with themselves until they ask you what you do. And then that's when you got to go in and say, but don't sell them. You got to be a you got to be a ninja. This is what I do. This is how it works. It's the best thing it's ever happened to me in my entire life. To the where like, I mean, no, I mean, in the sauna all the time. I sit in the sauna. I have it on my back. People ask me, is that a glucose monitor? I've always seen a glucose monitor on the back of the arm. Why are you wearing it on your back? I'm like, I'll never have a glucose monitor with this stem cell patch. And they're like, stem cell patch? What is that? And then I just go into shock and awe. You haven't heard of this? Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I haven't talked to you about it. I've seen you in the gym before. I just assumed everyone here had it. And then people ran. So it's just practicing that, guys. And the thing is, what I find and what I've heard this weekend from people is people are just afraid to sell somebody. They're afraid someone's going to jump. Oh, it's one of those direct sales companies. It has a direct sales compensation model, but the CEO of the company knew this was the best way to get it to the marketplace. Because if it's sitting on the shelves in Walgreens or Target or Walmart, people are gonna pick up the box and be like, and put it away. The FDA definitely is not going to prescribe it because then this would take people off medicine. And that's going to screw the whole system up. Why would they do that? So I want to open it up for questions for you guys. When I talked about whatever movie, whatever you're working on your business, whatever it is, all I would ask when you guys ask questions is just keep it positive, right? This is a positive space for us. I always want to keep it that way. I just believe that positivity is the gateway to every single thing in life. So if you have any questions about this business or anything about what people talked about tonight, let's talk about that right now. I want to give you guys that space to have that open. The last thing I want to say is I'm having a call with Alexandra, I think tomorrow. Is it tomorrow or Wednesday, Alexandra? I've had a call with Jeffrey. I've had a couple of calls with a couple of you on here to kind of figure out your business, to get your mind right, to figure out what we can do to get your business launched. Like, take advantage of that, you guys. Reach out to Justin, Lola, say, hey, I'd like to meet with Jay. Raisley reached out to me and said, hey, I want to get on a call with Michael and some of my prospects and have an opportunity call this week. What was my comment to you, Raisley? What was my response right away to you?
I'll do anything to help you guys.
That's my response. I'm here to help you guys. Invite people into a call. We'll do an intimate call. You don't have to. We have calls on Tuesdays. Again, listen, you can invite people to these calls. What do you think it would be good for one of your prospects to listen to one of these calls that we did tonight, talking about the business? Did we do anything cheesy? Just invite them in. Say, hey, listen, come to one of our calls. Come sit on one of the calls that I sit on every week. Why not? We're not doing anything bad here. We're just talking about the business. We're talking about how to take the business to the next level. Maybe someone needs to hear this. Maybe they see this group and they're like, I want to be a part of that. I don't have that network. I don't have that group. I don't have those people to depend on. So invite them in. Invite them in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever. Alexander? Oh, that wasn't for me. Okay. That was someone in front of you.
Okay, then one question.
Yes.
Do we have the recording of the event? We will have it or no?
I don't know. That's a great question. I can ask Geraldo. I'm not sure if they're going to have a recording of the event. Maybe they'll have it. I'll find out. I'll find out for the answer to you for that.
Perfect. And the other thing is like, and I want to share this with everybody, lo que dijiste es acerca de
What you said
convicción.
about conviction.
Creo que sí,
I think that
muchos de nosotros trabajamos
if many of
y
us
es difícil
work
estar muchas
and
veces en estas
it's
llamadas
hard to be
o
sometimes in
en
these calls
eventos,
or
pero
in
como él dice,
events,
debemos
but
de ser
since
visibles
you said you have to be
y
visible
también estar
and
escuchando.
also
Es como en el
we have to be
trabajo.
listening. It's
Estamos
like
todos
being
los
at work.
días o
If
como que
we're
hacemos
there
las
every day,
preguntas, ¿no?
or
Si
the way
estamos todos los
you
días
form
escuchando
belief,
todos
if
lo mismo,
we
terminamos
hear the
cayendo en
same
eso, ¿no?
over and over and over,
Entonces,
we
¿cómo
end up
las
believing in
personas
it. So
estamos en estas llamadas o
how
vamos a
is
los
it that
eventos?
we
Porque yo
are
les
in
digo
these
que
calls or we go to
es
the
esa
events because
conexión, ¿no?
it's
Esa
that
conexión. Cuando
connection,
empiezo yo
right?
y
It's when
conozco una
I
persona
start and
que
I
vive
get
en
to know
Tampa, o
someone
otra que
that
vive en
lives in Tampa
California,
or
otra que
someone else that
vive
lives in
en New York y
California
me cuenta un
or New York.
testimonio de lo que ha
I
vivido en su
notice a
familia, esto.
testimonial
Oh, ¿en
of
serio?
what she's
¿Tú
been
tienes
through
este
in their
trabajo?
family. It's like,
Tiempo y
oh,
eso. Entonces,
really?
eso
You've
va
been here
generando en mi
for a
convicción.
certain time amount of time, and
Me
that
ayuda mucho.
generates
El que esté
conviction in
uno
me. It helps
rodeado
me a
de
lot
personas
to
que
be
les gusta el
surrounded by
bienestar,
people who like
que
wellness,
crean
who
también
like or
en
to
prevención, de que se
or
sientan
that
muy bien
believe in
y
prevention,
de que podamos hablar de
that they
esto
like to
nos
feel
hace
good.
creer
And
aún
the fact
más,
that we can
de que
talk about
nosotros
it
escuchemos
makes us
varios
believe even
testimonios
more,
nos
that we
hace
can
creer
hear
mucho
several
más, hasta el punto donde
testimonies.
ya nosotros
Then
simplemente lo
it makes us believe
compartamos,
even more
¿sí?
up to the point that
Y
we
ya no es
simply
vender,
share it. And it's not
porque es
selling
eso,
anymore
para mí ha
because
sido una
for me,
grande cosa,
it's
pero cada vez
been
que me reúno más con
something
ellos
huge.
y
But every
todo, y
time I
lo que
gather
tienen,
with
no tanto
them,
el resultado,
I believe
sino que
that
esa
what they
misma
have
convicción que ellos dan,
is
uno la
the
va obteniendo y
conviction,
ya uno dice, no,
and
tengo que
you
hablar de
get
esto.
it, and it's
Entonces
just I
ahora que
want to
estuvimos
talk
en
about
el
this. So
evento, uno
now
dice,
that we were
wow,
at the
son
event, I was
muchas
like,
personas.
wow, I mean,
En
we have
Asia,
so many people in Asia.
wow. Yo digo,
Wow, it's like
es increíble, o
it's
sea,
amazing, and
increíble.
it's
Y
amazing.
hablas con las
And
personas.
you talk to
Tuve el
people.
honor de hablar con
I
Sara,
had
tuve
the
el
honor
honor
to
de
talk
hablar con
to
Kendall,
Sarah. I was
tuve
honored
el
to
honor
talk
de
to
hablar
Kendall.
con
I had
Mike.
the honor to talk to
Y yo
Mike.
digo,
And
wow.
I'm
Y
like,
ellos creyeron
wow, if
después de un
they
tiempo teniendo estos
believed, and
resultados.
after a while they have
Qué
these
bonito que si
results,
nosotros estamos
it's
cerca de
beautiful
ellos,
that if
ellos
we
nos
are
van a
close
pasar
to
esa misma
them, they're going
conexión
to
con
give
todo el
us that
amor,
same
súper
connection with
amorosos,
all
súper
of the affection,
conectados,
super loving, super
súper en
connected,
servicio, o sea,
super at
disponibles.
service, available
Y
to
eso fue lo
us.
que más me
And
encantó. Entonces,
that
como
was what
desde
I
la parte
loved
de lo
the
que somos
most.
nosotros
So,
nos conectamos, nos van
how
pasando esa
we
convicción. Y
connect
Sara me
and
decía,
we
una de
get
las
that
cosas es
conviction.
ser
And Sarah was telling
consistente.
me, you have to be consistent.
Y fue una
And
charla
it
súper, súper
was a
linda.
super
Es ser
amazing
consistente. Y
talk
ella
to
no
be
habla como
consistent.
ocho
And she
horas en los
doesn't talk
trabajos.
like
8 horas,
8 hours.
dame todo el
It's
mundo,
like,
mira todos en
no, no,
8 horas en un trabajo en regular. Con 2, 3
I
horas basta.
do
De
eight
pronto
hours
con
and do no,
menos
no, no,
quizás,
2 or 3 hours
pero
is enough. Maybe
concentrados y
1 hour, but
consistencia y
focus
creyendo
in
mucho.
being
Entonces es
consistent,
ahí donde poco a
consistent in
poco vamos a
growing in
ver
this. So
qué
little by
negocios
little,
lo
we're gonna
podemos
be
hacer con el
seeing
estilo de
that
vida que
we can
queremos,
do the
más
business with
también
the lifestyle
enfocándonos
that we
en
want and
compartirlo y creando
focusing in
alguna
sharing it
estrategia,
and
hablando
creating
con
some
nuestros líderes para
strategy,
crear otra
talking to our
estrategia
leaders to create more
y yendo
strategies
afuera a
and
compartir
going
en
out there
eventos.
to
Eso lo hemos
share
hablado
in
con Gaby,
events.
con
We've
Arlie,
talked about
de
that
cómo
with
nosotros somos
Gabby,
visibles, de
with
cómo
Garly,
nosotros
how we are
vamos a
visible,
hacernos ver,
how
ponernos el
we are
parche
going to
acá para
be
que nos vean y nos
seen,
pregunten y
use the
repetir lo
patch
que
over
Jay nos
here
está diciendo.
to be
Usted nunca
seen
ha visto
wearing it,
esto.
and then repeat what Jay is saying.
Y
You've never
cómo
seen
nosotros
this before,
empezamos a
really? And
practicar y
how we
crear esa
start practicing
convicción.
and to create that
Entonces,
conviction. So
que nos vean porque creo que este es como el
we
momento de
want to be
nosotros
seen because this is our
para,
moment.
ya que
And
estamos con ellos,
now
ya
that we're
empezar
here
después
with
y en
you,
1 o 2 años
it's
sean
gonna
demasiadas
start,
personas.
and
Entonces,
maybe in a few
de
years
verdad
we're gonna
que
have so
gracias
many
Jay por
people here.
estar todo
So
este tiempo con
Jay,
nosotros
thank
desde
you
este
so much for
principio
being all of this
bueno,
time with us
la
since
verdad
the
estos
very
queremos en
beginning,
todo
and
esto y ser
to held
visibles y
our
que nos
hands and all
mueva
of
más esa
this, be
convicción.
visible, and
Gracias de verdad.
have that conviction. Thank you so much.
And you
Really.
know, the Latino market, you guys, is going to be so huge. The company is so behind the Latino market. I mean, it is going to be a massive. I believe that it's going to be bigger than any other market. That's what I think. I think it's going to be the biggest market in any history of any company ever because I just think the Latino market is so big. Monica, I sent you a message too. I don't know if you saw it or not. I sent you a chat, so look in your chat.
Ah, okay.
Gabriella, go ahead. You had your hand up.
Y full of joy. Yo creo que I think this is for this weekend, ¿no? Yo quería dar un testimonio porque este salto de
I wanted
fe
to give a
cuando se entra en los
testimonial because
negocios,
this jump of faith when
aunque
you're
estoy en la vida
in
del
business,
bienestar con mi
even
marca
though that I'm in this
personal y toda la gente dice,
wellness
quiero tu
situation with personal
energía, eso
brands,
que
like
quieres,
people go
pero
like,
ahora lo
I
veo
want
en un
your
producto,
energy,
¿no?
but now I see it in a
Y
product,
me fui
right?
cinco
And
días, tengo un
I
trabajo formal
I have a formal job
y no quise pensar
and
en lo
I
que
didn't
yo
want
iba a
to think
perder
about what I was
si yo
going
iba a la
to
conferencia, ¿no? Los gastos, el
lose,
tiempo.
the money that I
Y
was going to
hoy
lose, the
dije, voy a
time
estar
if I
aquí
went to
en
the
gozo
conference,
en mi
right?
casa porque toda esta
And I thought,
información
well, I'm going to
tiene
be
que
here at
bajar y la
home because
sentirla en mi
that
corazón.
information
Tuve unos
has to come
contratiempos
down,
para el
and I
regreso
was feeling it
y
in
yo
my
siempre
heart. I
decía, soy
mean, I had
testimonio del
some issues when
pastel, no
coming back, and I
estoy
was like, no, I'm
alterada,
in
todo está
testimonial
bien, voy a
of the
llegar.
porch. I'm not upset.
Llegué
I'm
a
going to
las
be
11 de
okay.
la
I'm going to
noche a
make it.
casa
I got
y ver
home at
que mi
11 p.m.
pareja se puso a
and
ver en
I
YouTube
saw
videos y
my
sacar
husband started watching
información
videos to
y
get
podíamos
information
platicar del
about it,
evento,
and we could
del
talk about the
compañerismo,
event,
la gente
you
que
know, the partnership,
conoces
the
a
people
tu
that you get to
nivel
know
o
up to your
profesional,
level,
intelectual,
or either
cultural, lo que tú
professional
quieras
or
encontrabas una
cultural or
universidad en el
anything that
evento.
you wanted.
Pero
You
quiero compartir más
found
porque
so much
lo que
generosity
nos
in the
tiene
event. But
aquí
what I
son
want to
los
share
negocios, ¿no?
most is what
Hoy
has us
estando lo
here
que tú
is the
dices
business. So
en mi casa en calma, en mi
being in
celular
home
me
using my
llegaron
cell phone, I
lo mismo que gasté en la
received
convención
the
en
same
dinero.
amount that I
Aunque no es de la
spent,
compañía con ustedes, es de mi otro trabajo, pero estoy
even though it's not from you.
cosechando lo que
It's
yo
from
no
my job, but
sembré
I'm
acá.
harvesting
Entonces, si
what
me
I
pude
worked for
ir
in the
el fin de
past. So
semana y tener
if I was able to
gastos,
leave
que ahora lo veo que es una
during the
inversión,
weekend and
como tú
spend
me lo
some money that
dices,
now I
es
see it as an
inversión en mí, me pone
investment,
más feliz.
that makes me
Ah,
happier.
y no solamente ya
And not
lo
only
recuperé,
I
sino que me
already
da como la
recovered that,
apertura a
but
eso que estaba yo
makes me
buscando
feel
con
open
mi
to what I
marca
was looking
personal. Así
for
es
with
que
my
solo puedo
personal
decir
brand. So
gracias,
all I can
gracias,
say is
gracias.
thank you,
Verles ganar
thank you,
los
thank you, thank you.
premios,
See
ustedes
you
tan
winning the
sencillos.
awards
Mi
and
corazón
you being so
está de
great.
full.
My
Así es
heart
que
is
si esto es sin tomar
joyful. So
acción
if this
para Gabriela que
is
todavía no ha tomado acción,
a result
imagínate después
for me that
de
I
lo que
haven't taken
vivimos.
an
Así es que estoy muy,
action,
muy,
you
muy
can imagine what's
contenta
going to happen after
y
what
pues
we went through or
puedo
after
decir
what I lived
gracias, pero
there. So
debería de
I'm
haber
really, really happy.
otra palabra
I
en
want to say
inglés
thank you.
o en
I
español
wish I
para
could have
poderles expresar y
another
por eso
word
yo
to be able
puse
to
full
express
of
what I
joy.
want to express. That's why I said full of joy.
Gracias.
Full of joy is amazing. I mean,
Thank you.
that's one of the things that David said is the most important element of health is happiness. I mean, he said that, that's everything. And, you hit it down that, I mean, even like Destin, it is an investment, but the point of the investment, our whole goal of the investment is to get every single dollar back plus 10 times. And I'll tell you a really quick story and I'll let you guys go. But back in 2004, I was starting to grow my insurance business. And I knew that I needed to also grow through acquisition. But I didn't really know how to acquire businesses. I was 27 years old. I just had started a business 2 years prior. And so I was like, who's the best in the business? And so I figured out who was the best in the business. And I called him up and he disregarded me at first. He said, I don't have time. I don't do that. And so I called him again. And he's like, listen, this is not what I do. And I was like, well, everyone has a number, that you would do it. Like there's a number, a dollar amount that you would spend your time with me and teach me everything I need to know. And he was like, it's $250,000. And when he told me that, he was hoping I would be like, that's too much. And I was like, where do I write the check? And he was like, you're going to pay me $250,000 to learn from me. And I was like, I'm going to turn that $250,000 into 25 million. That's the way that I saw it. And so I had to go get a second mortgage on my home because I was confident if I could learn this skill set, if I could be around him, that I could turn 250,000 into 25 million. And that's the way you have to think about these events. Like, yeah, it might be taken a little bit from here, but it is an investment, Gabriella. It's an investment in your future because you're not going to get that sitting in your house, and you're not going to get that conviction. And I always tell people like the event or Destin, it just shows that it's something is real. Because every week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we sit behind this camera and the Zoom, and it's a home business, and we're talking to people, and you're in your own world. There's no employees. It's like it doesn't feel real sometimes, and it's so easy to walk away from something that's not real or doesn't seem real. But when you cut in this community, like Michael and Raisley, I'll be connected to them for life. Like Alexandra, like meeting her in person is way different than me seeing her on Zoom. It's just a different thing when you meet people in person and you start to become business partners and friends. It's just different. So that's what we got to think about in this business. And yeah, it's a little bit of investment, but the cool thing about this business is most of the money is ours. There's no overhead. So the investment that you put into the business is taking your personal development, taking your brand, taking your conviction, taking your belief, taking your ability to talk to people better to another level, which only means you're going to monetize that and get better and help more people. And that's what this business is all about, you guys. It's a personal development business. And then you learn how to do that. And then once you learn how to do that, hopefully I'm teaching you the best way. Then you duplicate that and then you go out and you get leaders and you teach them how to do that. And then before you know it, you just have this big business of things that are happening without you. And so you're helping people 6 degrees of separation. Like I wouldn't be here. Like, the company thanked me this weekend. They were like, you are the reason for the Hispanic growth because you said yes. I didn't do it all by myself. Rochelle and Carlos are doing an amazing job. Juan Carlos and Esteban are doing an amazing job. Ralph and Monica are doing an amazing job. You guys are doing an amazing job. But the catalyst was me saying yes to this opportunity. And now we're on a call with all of you guys. That's the same catalyst that you will bring, Gabriella. The fact that you said yes to this, you're also going to have the same thing that happens. And Alexandra and Monica and Betsy and Martha and Raisley and Michael and Arlie and Monica, Maria, all of the people on this call, that's what we have the power of doing. That's why it's so important to get people to show up to the calls. The calls are the first step to get into the community. Then it's get people to an event and it's like, oh, this is real. Then you go and meet David Schmidt and you're like, holy crap, that guy's a genius. He's a genius. I'm a part of this. Like, I feel like I pinch myself when I'm at the event. I'm like, I'm sitting in this room with one of the smartest men in the world. Just everybody doesn't know it yet, but I'm in early. And so that's the way I want you guys to think about this business, and that's why I'm so preachy about get people on the calls, get people to the website, get people to the school so that they see that something is real and they're a part of something because most people are a part of nothing. And most people give up because something doesn't work in the first 3 months. In our society now, if it doesn't work in a year, it's crap. It took me 20 years to build a business. 20. The first 12 were heck. It was miserable. I lived in my car for the first 3 months of it. I was homeless. So I just want you guys to think, like when you're thinking about giving up, like think about where I'm at, what I'm doing, and why would I be here? Because this is something that's going to change lives. It's going to change your life. And we just need to work together to do it. And we need to see each other more often. We need to have events. Like raising, hey, I want to have a workout event. Let's do it. Let's do a workout event, get people to the workout, and then we'll talk about the patch. I think Alexander, you want to have something in New Jersey. Is it? No, that maybe it wasn't you. Someone mentioned something. I got like 30 people. Let's do it. Set it up. I'll show up. But I can't be the one leading everything, right? We're a big team. If you guys want to do something, raise your hand. Hey, Jay, can you come? Will you come show up for this? Yep, I'm there. Let's go. You get 20, 30 people in a room, I'm there. Let's build your business. All right, guys, it's 7:05. My interpreter only works for an hour, and then she starts to charge me for another hour. So I love you guys. Uh, let's continue this conversation, and we'll have an opportunity call tomorrow. Try tonight to invite 3 people to that call. Just say, hey, listen, I went to this event. I would love for you guys to see what this is about. I'd love to get you in front of my mentor, my business partner, whatever you want to say. It's a 15-minute call. Don't tell them it's a 30-minute call. It's a 10 to 15-minute call. If it goes 20 minutes, they're not counting minutes on their watch. Just say, hey, jump on this 10-minute call. I just want you to hear about this opportunity that I'm doing. It's amazing. I'd love to get your feedback. I'd love to get your opinion. Go that route. Not sell them. I'd love to get your feedback. I'd love to get your opinion. Would you be willing to join this 10-minute call? and get them on the call tomorrow. All right, guys. So good to see all of you. Thank you for
Then,
all of you that have turned your cameras on. This is the most cameras that I've had on one Zoom ever in a year and 3 months. So thank you guys so much. It's so nice to see your faces so much. I really, really appreciate it. And I am so honored and humbled to run with you guys. Let's do something that has never been done before. Let's do something special. All right. Good night, you guys. Thank you so
Jay,
much.
thank you for
Good
saying yes.
night.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Jay. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you
Bye.
for saying
Thank you,
yes.
Jay.
And if
Bye.
you can,
Bye.
¿dónde está? Yo le digo.
What were you saying?
If you can share your speech on the Wellness Revolution group, because
Oh,
it is
okay.
important that everybody
Jimenez got
has
it.
that.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Please, please. I
Okay.
think it's a motivation for all of us, and it was very, very important. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you
Okay.
for saying yes
Awesome.
again.
Okay. Thank you. Good night, you guys.
Good night. Thank you.